So today uh, we will discuss that how many IP addresses are there. Mainly there are two types of IP addresses. One is classful and another one is classless. So today we will discuss classful IP addressing. Inside classful IP addressing, there are five defined classes: A, B, C, D, and E. Let's start with class A IP addressing. So, IP address. So, what is IP address? IP address is nothing but a 32-bit address that uniquely identify a device within a network. So, if you over the internet and uh, if you over the internet and if you want to identify a device, then you need IP address that will uniquely identify that device over the internet. So IV address is nothing but 32 bits. So if we divide this 32 bit in 4 octets, these are the 4 octets: 1, 2, 3, and 4. Each octet is 8 bit. So in class A IP addressing, this first bit of first octet is reserved as 0. That is clearly written here. In class A IP addressing, the first bit of first octet is reserved as 0. Okay. So except these first bit, the rest 7 bits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. These 7 bits are there. So these 7 bits we will um, play with these 7 bits. So how many net and IP address in IP address is divided into two parts in classful. One is network ID and another is host ID. So in class A addressing, this 8-bit is the first octet is for network ID and the rest 3 octets or 24-bit is for host ID. So what is the range of network networks or IP addresses inside class A? So as you can see that first bit is reserved as 0. Okay, this first bit is reserved as 0. The next 7 bit we will arrange these next 7 bits. So first 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 and 0. This is nothing but 0. Then 1, then 2, in this way all the way to all ones. All 7 these 7 bits is set as 1. There is nothing but 127 if we convert this into decimal. Okay, this is 127. So the range of IP addresses in class A is 0 to 127. Out of these, 0, the first and last 127, these two number is not used. Like the IP address that is starting from 0 or 127. These are not used. These two IP addresses, the IP address starting from these two numbers is not used because uh, 127, the IP address starting from 127 is used for some loop backs like this. Okay, so uh, the, the total and the total number of IP address possible inside class A addressing is nothing but 2 to the power 31. Why 31? The 31 because the first bit is reserved in first octet and rest and the number of bits 32 minus 1, that is nothing but 31. So 2 to the power 31 total IP address is possible. And total network possible, how many total networks are possible? So this is first octet is for network ID. Okay, so you eliminate this 0 because this is reserved. So 7 bits are available, to 2 to the power 7 network IDs are available. Out of these 2 to the power 7 or 128 network IDs is already already discussed as 0 and 127 is not used. So actual practical IP address that is possible inside network IDs that is possible inside class A is 2 to the power 7 minus 2, that is nothing but 126 IP addresses are possible. That's mean uh, in class A operational IP address is 1 to 126 because 0 and 127 these these numbers in IP address are not used. Okay, so and this part is called host in class A. So these 3 octets, 1, 2, 3 octets or 24 bits are used for host IDs. So total number of host IDs possible is 2 to the power 24, nothing but 2 to the power 24. And why minus 2? You have to understand why there is written minus 2. Suppose suppose this is a network, okay, and the IP address of this network is 64.0.0.0, okay. So this is a IP address for an organization or a network. Suppose Google server. This is the IP address for Google network. Okay? So this IP address is not given to any other hosts because this IP address uniquely identifies a network or an entire organization. Yes, you can give this IP address 64.0.0.1. You can give this. You cannot give this IP address to any host because it is a IP address that uniquely identify a network, okay, the entire network or an organization. That's why this IP address is not given to any host, as well as in the same way 64.255.255.255, like that's mean the last IP address in this network. The last IP address in the network. This is not also given to a host because suppose this is another network. This network has a host. Okay, this network has a host. This host machine wants to send a message to all of the hosts inside this Google network. Okay, all the hosts inside this network, this 64.0.0 network, all the hosts, all the machines. So that so what he will do? He the sender will this is the packet. The sender will put the data here or the message you want to send to each and every hosts in this network, and he will put his source IP address here, source machine IP address. Okay, the source IP address, and here what he will put here these IP address 64.256 255 255 255 so that this data or this message will be delivered to all the machines or all the hosts inside this network. That's why it is broadcast and it is not used or it is not given to any host. Okay, understood. Now what is the range? The range of class A IP addressing is 0.0.0.0 to 127, where this 0 the all IP address from starting from 0 and 127 is not used, so actual operational is 1 to 126. This is the actual range 1 to 126. Operational range of class A IP address is 1 to 126. Okay, the next class is class B. In class B, this first 2 bit is reserved as 10. The first 2 bit is reserved, that's mean 32 minus 2, that is nothing but 30. So to the power 30 total IP address is possible in class B. Okay, and what is the range? For the range here we can see that this is the first 2 bit and it is reserved, and now we have to arrange this from 0 to all the way all the ones to all ones. So this number is nothing but 128 followed by 129 up to 191. So 128 to 191 total 64 values are there. Okay, 64 values are there. So um, how many network possible for class B? For class B to the power 40 network possible. Why? Because these two, because if we can see that here network ID is 60 bit reserved, and for host ID this 60 bit is reserved. Okay, so out of these network ID part 2 bit is reserved 10, so remaining 14 bits can be arranged. So that's why to the power 14 total networks are possible. And okay, to the power 14 networks are possible, but here this is 64. Why is this 64? And here it is written that to the power 14 ID is possible. Now let's talk about this. So if you can see that there is another octet, this is the octet, another octet. That's mean for for these 64 values, for each value there are 0 to 255 another values. Okay, for each 64 values there are 0 to 255 another values. That means 256 another values are there for each 64 values. What does that mean? So that's mean total 64 and 256. That is nothing but to the power 14 networks are available. Okay, and how many hosts are possible? The host ID, the host part is nothing but 16 bits, so to the power 16 minus 2 hosts are possible. Why minus 2? Minus 2 because the first and last host are not given to any other host. The first and last IP address is not given because we have seen that why the first and last IP address in the host is not given to any host. Same is here, that is why it is minus 2. Now coming to class C IP addressing, here 24 bit is for network ID part, and rest of the 8 bit is for host ID part. Out of these 24 bit, first 3 bit is reserved as 110 for class C addressing, and the rest 30 rest 24 minus 3, that is 21 bits, can be arranged for host IDs. That's why total number of network possible to be 21. And how many numbers of total network address possible? That is nothing but 32 minus 3, 29. So 2 to the power 29 total number of IP address possible. So what is the range? We can clearly see that 110 is reserved, so the 1 2 3 4 5 fields are there in the first octet. So these 5 fields can be arranged from 0 to all ones. There is nothing but 192 first number to 2 to 3. So 192 to 2 to 3 is the range for class 3 IP addressing, and this it's the same concept here. The another two octets are there, so there are 32 values. There are 32 values. How 32 values? Because 1 2 3 4 5 fields, 5 bits are there. 2 to the power 5, that is nothing but 32 values, and for each 32 values there are 02255 and another 02255 values. That's mean 256 into 256 values for each 32 values. It's nothing but 32 into 256 into 256, that is nothing but 2 to the power 21 networks are possible in class C addressing. And the same concept goes here. 2 to the power 8 hosts are possible, and operational is -2 because all I already discussed that first and last is not used. That's why. Now coming to class D. Here class D, network ID and host ID part. The concept of network ID and host ID part is not there. So how many numbers of IP address possible? 2 to the power 28, because these 4 bits are reserved 1110 for class D. Okay, so 32 minus 4, that is nothing but 28. So 2 to the power 28 numbers of IP addresses are possible. And what is the range? Again, these 4 bits are reserved, and rest of the bits 0 from 0 followed by 1 up to all the ones is nothing but 224 to 239 is the range. 224 to 239 is the range for class D addressing. Okay, and the last IP address in this list is class E IP addressing. This is the same, just here one, these 4 bits are reserved, and also here total IP address is 2 to the power 28, and here also there is no concept of network ID and host ID in class E, and the IDs, the range is 240 because these are the reserved bits, and if we can arrange these 4 bits, then there are 240 to 255. So the range is 240 to 255. You can see here 240.000.0.002 belonging to class E, and IP address belonging to class E are reserved for experimental or research purpose, and also class E IP address reserved for military purposes. So that's all for today. This was a discussion over the class full IP addressing. Thank you.